Hi, friends. If you feel a little low on energy right now or power and strength, I want to give you guys a little bit of inspiration and hope today, a message from my heart to yours. And I hope that the right person hears this, and I hope that you get inspired by listening to this message. And thank you for being here. So, I feel like a lot of the times we are being faced with our own shadow in life and with our own demons or triggers or old wounds that will trigger us and come up to light. And there's many times in life where we might hit rock bottom, right? Or go through a dark night of the soul. And when you go through some difficult transition times where you go through like a death of a family member, a breakup, a career change, or something that even sometimes small things can really trigger us and bring us low down below, and you're gonna go in through this victim mentality or depression, pain, right? And this is a human condition, right? We're all going through something. If not right now, maybe 10 minutes from now, you might get triggered. You might get a phone call from somebody who upsets you. And you have to remember that everybody's going through it. Just because people have a lot more money than you, or more power, more prestige, the president of the United States, it doesn't matter who you are, how rich, how much money you have, how much millions of dollars, or if you live in a mansion or you live in a poor place, apartment, it's the same. We're all doomed by the same diseases, right? By the same pains, by the same sorrows. We're all going through the same things at the end of the day. And it's really good to remind ourselves that we're not alone in this, right? We have guidance, we have support. And when you go through something challenging, and you're also being hard on yourself and for like not being able to function possibly, or needing more time to just grieve and let the pain kind of flow through you and emotions to flow out, that's when it becomes even more challenging. So if you are going through a difficult time right now, my heart goes to you, and I want to share with you some of the things that has worked for me to help myself. Because you can go to other people for help, but when you sit with yourself and start healing yourself, that's when the magic happens in our lives. That's when we can manifest a new reality, shift the timelines, overcome the death and the pain and the sorrow, and come into our own power. We can literally overcome anything. We can forgive the unforgivable. We can heal ourselves. We can love ourselves. We can learn to love ourselves. If you don't right now, it's a skill just like any other skill. It takes time and effort. And stop being so hard on yourself every day of like, well, I should be further along, I should be doing this or that, or whatever, you may think that our minds has this expectations of how and where we should be. And like, I was so hard on myself for so long about my business, and I'm like, I have the office, why am I not producing content? Or I have the camera, I bought this camera over 2 years ago, maybe longer, and it was a long process to actually start making the videos. It's been years in the making, like behind the scenes, things take time, right? Like a woman becomes pregnant and gives birth after 9 months, and we think that, oh, I want to start a business, that's it. I'll be a millionaire next week, or or some weird thoughts like that. We have really high how do you say, ridiculous expectations of ourselves sometimes. And then when you look at other people, you're very kind with them and patient with them. But with ourselves, you're like, no, like a drill sergeant, you know, get up and do this, blah, blah, blah. It's so mean to ourselves, right? And when you're mean to yourself, how is other people going to treat you? Maybe you're not happy that other people are mean to you, and you're teaching humans how to treat you. When you start treating yourself like a queen, like a king, like, you know, you have value and power and love for yourself, that's when the world will start reflecting back to you what you allow, and what you will attract more happiness, more people to love you, right, and accept you. And if you abandon yourself and treat yourself with disrespect, why should somebody else treat you nicely, right? It's like you're showing the universe and the world how to treat you. And you have the power to change how you treat yourself during this time. When you go through a major life crisis or something that really brings you down to your knees, it's so many beautiful, wonderful lessons you will extract from that. Much more amazing lessons than being really at a really high spot in life. I'm not saying that those times don't bring you happiness and joy and a lot of lessons too. But this is an opportunity for you to learn the lessons that you're being given. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not going to take away the gravity of the situation and the pain that you might be feeling, or the stress, or, you know, it's like, okay, Christina, I get it. It's an opportunity to learn, but it's so challenging, right? It's sometimes you go to university and it's challenging, right? You're going to medical school, you're going to have to wake up really early and maybe work all night. And like, you want to be a doctor though? Do you want to be a doctor or no? Okay, if you want to be a doctor, you better go to medical school, right? And you better go to clinicals, and you better be up all night and do 72-hour shifts, because that's what it takes to be a doctor in this society. I mean, I'm not going to agree with that lifestyle, right? There's a reason I didn't choose that life, even though I wanted to choose it, right? But what I'm trying to say is, if you want to heal yourself, if you want to be happy, if you want to overcome these challenges, you must be kind to yourself and you must learn the lessons. If you don't learn the lessons that you're being taught, you're going to keep attracting the same situations over and over and over again, or the same people over and over again in different bodies who will teach you the same thing. Until you learn the lesson, you will not graduate. Until you learn that second grade, you graduate second grade, you're going to go to third grade, right? That's how it works in real life. And the same thing works with the universe, right? They bring us a challenge of debt. And you're like, okay, all right, what is this debt teaching me? It's teaching me to be a better steward of money, how to attract money, how to deal with money, how to maybe change my mindset about money and love it rather than hate it. I mean, there's so many beautiful lessons that comes from being in debt, and I know it because I'm going through it, and it's not easy. And like, I thought that I went through this already and I learned the lessons, but clearly not. Clearly, I'm still here learning. And sometimes you go through the same challenging situation over and over and over again, and you beat yourself up against the wall with your head, and you're like, what the heck? Why am I not learning this lesson? Why do I keep attracting unavailable people? Why do I keep attracting people who manipulate me? Friends who abandon me, or coworkers who are mean, or whatever you keep attracting into your life, right? And you're like, are you kidding me, universe? I thought I learned this lesson. I thought I forgave these people. I thought I moved on. Like, why do I keep being in the same situation? Why, right? Why am I still in debt? Even though I'm like trying to receive abundance and heal my money wounds and mother wounds, right? And abandonment wounds, and trust the universe, right? You can be in that mindset forever of like, why me, poor me mindset of victimhood. Or you can be like, you know what? This is the reality of the situation. this is what's going on. You see it for what it is, right? That's what Tony Robbins teaches us. Not to see it worse than it is, better than it is. No, what it is. One of my friends recently told me, he's like, pray for to see things as they are. Pray for to see the reality. Which is like, oh my God, that's so powerful, right? It's like it's so much better to see things as they are than like visualize imagination. Yes, it's good to visualize like what you desire as if it's in your life right now, but when you're trying to look at your life, you better see it as it is. Otherwise, you're making it into something it's not, and you can't change it, right? If you're lying to yourself about your relationship being good when it's not, you're not going to be able to break up with that person and move on to an actually amazing, fulfilling, and happy relationship. Right? So look at your life in clear light and choose to be nice to yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, be kind to yourself during this time. Learn the lessons that you're being given. Ask the universe to show you, what is the lesson I'm learning right now? Because every day might be a little more and a little more nuggets of wisdom. And finally, when you learn the lesson, you will transmute the situation and you won't need the debt anymore. You won't need to be abandoned by the people anymore, right? You will attract something incredible and amazing. And when you attract that, you have to also like recognize it, that it's good for you, and accept it. But if you keep attracting and being in situations that are not serving you, that means there's some type of layers of woundedness, of unworthiness that you need to heal so that you can accept and receive abundance, joy, and happiness. We all have the wounds, and just because you think you don't have it doesn't mean you don't have it, okay? I'm not saying we're all wounded birds, but kind of, yes, we are. We're all healing each other and working with the power of the universe to heal ourselves and the world. And right now is the most beautiful time on planet Earth to heal, to recognize your trauma, and to love yourself no matter what has happened in the past, who has hurt you or abandoned you. You can forgive and heal and transmute it. And isn't that so wonderful? My heart goes to you. My encouragement goes to you. I hope you know you are an amazing human here on earth to experience a beautiful life. You don't have to settle for crumbs from people. You don't have to settle to live a mediocre life or a life that you don't like. Your desires are a guiding light to what you can achieve, to what you can have, if you allow the universe to bring it to you. If you heal, right? If I heal, I will attract abundance in my life. And I am already attracting it in various forms. But you have to learn, and I have to learn to receive from the universe happiness and abundance, and to be good receivers, right? When somebody gives you a gift and if you don't take it, it's not going to be yours, right? You can't, like, somebody brings you an amazing gift, right? Gives you a brand new Lamborghini or something amazing, like beautiful, like a big huge TV or something, and then you're like, oh, that's too much, I'm not taking that gift. Like are you kidding me? Like, no. Then the universe is like, okay, well, you don't want it, fine, we're not going to give you nothing anymore. Just kidding. I don't think that's how it works. But, you know, like, let's say your child comes to you and gives you a flower and you're ungrateful. Maybe that child will never come back to you again and give you nothing anymore, right? You have to be grateful for what you have and be grateful for things that you want. And the universe will start bringing it to you, and you will start seeing shifts in your life. So I send you much love. I hope that you know you're not alone in this, that you deserve to be happy, that you deserve to have a beautiful, incredible life for yourself and for your children and for your future self as well. My nose is itchy. I don't know why. Send you guys much love. Namaste. Love you guys. See you in the next video, I hope. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a Mother Gaia. You're needed. You're loved and you're needed. Okay? I need you. Thank you. Love you.